up, so we're going to shift to the next group.
Mary, why don't you stay there and you and Joanne can talk about
Okay.
the relationship between.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to shift now to examples of successful partnerships, and this is Joanne Disbrow. She is on our advisory committee, and I'll let Joanne go ahead and talk about some of the collaborative stuff we've done.
Hello. We meet monthly, and when we meet, we have representatives. Mary always comes to our meetings, and her secretary helps to organize the meeting. We have Jim Ramoni, who's the head of IHSS, come and give us a report. We now have people from the Board of Supervisors, board aides, that are pretty steady coming to hear what's happening in our meeting, which is fairly new and really encouraging. We go and see the Board of Supervisors, usually the board aides, but they are very knowledgeable and very willing to help. So in our meeting, it's pretty routine. We have reports. Excuse me. We also have speakers occasionally that talk about Center for Independent Living, things like that. So we, as board members, get to know more about what else is available in the county. It's been, for me, a very learning experience going to Sacramento and seeing the legislators and talking to them was helpful for me and helpful for them, I think. Losing my voice.
Some of the things that we've been able to do collaboratively between the Public Authority and the Advisory Committee is we've been able to do strategic planning together so that we're looking at the big picture here locally and on a statewide basis. We've done that, a few times, and we've been very successful in moving the things forward that needed to be done. Collaboratively, we've been able to put together a component of a registry to actually serve the people who were the most difficult, the people who really need a lot of assistance. Because of collaborative efforts, we've been able to actually put on a couple of consumer conferences that were very successful, and as they alluded to earlier, it was this this advisory committee working together with the Public Authority that we put on the first consumer conference to really try and bring other people from around the state to investigate what is this and what is it going to look like and what are the roles and responsibilities. We've been able to, put on some town hall meetings together, particularly in the early days when we were starting to fight budget cuts. So we did rallies. We've done, a whole lot of different things along those lines. We've been able to jointly visit Board of Supervisors to help educate them more about IHSS, because remember, back when we first got started, it was very rare to run into any board member, Board of Supervisors member, or legislator who really understood IHSS. It's an education process, and this is what we do jointly. And one of the things that's important is, learning what the roles and responsibilities are of this advisory committee, because it's not like other boards and commissions that Board of Supervisors have, and that's where it's really critical to take a look at what are your roles and responsibilities and take them seriously, because they will start off with the idea that, you're just another group and, we're just meeting the mandates that we're supposed to. But no, yours goes deeper than that, and that's one of the things we've been able to accomplish is being able to not only make sure that the members of the advisory committee in Santa Clara County understand their roles and responsibilities and what the mandates are, but how to move forward and educate our local board of supervisors about that.
One more thing to say. On a lighter side, we tried to have some contact with our providers and our consumers, and we have a recognition event every year and invite them to come and try and help them understand more about the insurance programs that are involved and also have a good time. And we've done 2 surveys, one of the consumers and one of the providers, that have given us a lot of information about where they are and what they're thinking and what they're feeling.
We've done that a couple years in a row. So, next.
Okay, next we have from Alameda County, Michelle Blackwell and Michelle Rousey.
So Earlier this morning, Liz was talking about values-based leadership, and I think that Alameda County has really embodies that in the way that we operate our public authority and working with our board. We really work collaboratively on all the things that we do within the public authority. We're a very transparent agency. We have mutual respect between our staff and our board members, full disclosure of everything that's going on within the agency, not only of information but of responsibility. We share all of those activities that we have to complete in order to do the advocacy work that we do. And we really want to make sure that our board members have a meaningful role in the public authority. So I'm getting an end. I'm getting an end. So we'll just go ahead. We'll just talk. Michelle's going to talk real quickly about the things that make it possible for our board members to participate on our advisory council.
Okay. We get support from the PA staff to be able to go to outreach events and fairs and do our legislative visits, and we get accessible van transportation for our board members, translation services. Our board members get stipends in our county, and we have food and attendance are paid for during PA board meetings. We have internet access reimbursement and other actual costs associated with the role as a board member. So board members recruit new board members to our board, and I feel that we have a really good relationship with our PA staff. In every aspect that you can think of, we get help with writing our agendas and other things. So thank you.
Thank you. And now we have Nancy Seiden from Yolo County, who's going to talk about some of the collaborations that they've done in their county.
Thank you. Our Board of Supervisors, Mariko Yamada, had wanted to have a collaboration between our advisory committee and the Commission on Aging. And she had talked about that over several years, and finally our advisory committee voted to try to make this a reality. We were not allowed to do really educational activities, so what we did was an information gathering. We were allowed to do that, and so we set this up as a collaboration between the advisory committee and the Commission on Aging, and invited a speaker, Richard DeVelder, who has a significant disability, to be the key speaker. And he would be talking about emergency preparedness and disaster preparedness.